The sophomore album from Ibeyi, titled Ash, is a lovely album. The overall soundscape of this album is quite stunning, and it's quite remarkable as well how they're able to like entrance you into the mood of this album and suck you in. Instrumentally, there isn't a huge amount of melody across this album, and there aren't like large hooks that really like stick in your head, but somehow they are able to make earworms of songs that really stick in your head as well, without doing a huge amount with the instrumentals. Away, away. The sisters harmonise beautifully on many of these tracks. There is even a Kamasi Washington feature on Deathless, which works out quite well. I initially heard this song and was very underwhelmed, but it quickly grew on me. And that actually sums up this album well, because on first listen I just wasn't feeling it. But actually this is an album that really has to sink in, because you realise the more you hear it, the more it actually works. I feel like this could easily fly over many people's heads and not really have that much of an impact, but if you pay attention to the details and the textures across this album, you do actually realise there's a lot to love. I Want to Be Like You as a boppity beat, very much different to what was previously on the album, but this is actually a pretty good song. This one is more of the catchy ones on the album. And the song Me Voy is this like dancehall inspired reggaeton track, which kind of comes out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting this, but they do actually speak Spanish, these sisters. They can sing in multiple languages as well. And this track, honestly, with the way chart music is going right now, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if this was able to become a sleeper hit, just because this is quite trendy right now. I mean, I did just see this album get endorsed by Adele. Of all friggin' people, Adele has endorsed this album, so who the hell knows with music these days? I do not know. But anyhow, the track itself has actually got a pretty good beat. I do like this beat, I'm not gonna lie. I do think that the track, though, does kind of ruin itself by these modulated vocals near the start of the track that don't quite work. And overall, there isn't a huge hook on this song, so I feel like it could have done with something like that for it to be a complete smash. But overall, it's just an okay song. The track Waves is a pretty much a cappella song. There's barely any instrumental to this at all, but just with how good they sing as sisters, it's quite chilling just hearing the waves. Obviously that was absolutely terrible and I didn't do it justice whatsoever, but please do listen to this song and you'll know what I mean. Just put some headphones on, and it's just quite an unsettling song, even though there's really not much to it, but at the same time it's quite beautiful in a haunting way. I do like the fact that they do take advantage of their massive benefits to their vocals. Like, they do just kind of go all in with their vocal ability, and they know how good they are at singing, so they just take advantage of that and just have very much stripped down songs with vocals. But then again, it's a shame that they don't always do this, because a track like Numb again has these vocals that are modulated and don't really do anything for me whatsoever, really. There's quite a thumping, almost industrial inspired beat on the song, and I mentioned earlier that there's not a huge amount of melody in the instrumentals on the album, and this one is a good example of that. I mean, there's just really not much I want to like about this song, honestly. They do, however, make quite a political statement on the track No Man Is Big Enough for My Arms, where there's this like vocal snippet that's saying like the way society treats its women and girls. And the whole no man is big enough for my arms is quite a clever way of looking at it, I suppose. So some interesting themes on this album too. Vocally it's pretty much on point. There's not much I can say bad about the vocals at all. Just wish some of the tracks had a bit more excitement in the instrumental department, because if they had, then this would have been like a top quality album and one of the best of the year for me. But for now I would give this like a B minus. A lot to like, and actually surprisingly grew on me, so I appreciate it for that. And there's a lot of great songs on here like Deathless, Away, Waves. Absolutely worth your time. I feel like I would still return to this even though it won't be a favourite of mine, just for those vocals honestly, and the nice feeling that the album gives me. Make sure you check it out and do subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Hit that notification button too so you know when I upload. Let me know what I should review next, and have a good day.